All right, what's up? So we're out here in this beautiful turf area in a mysterious location for a very specific reason. We're currently on a retreat. We're traveling. And what we do when we're traveling is we don't give up our workouts. We don't give up our exercises. We need to stay lean, mean, fighting machines. So we do body weight exercises. And in this video, I'm going to be using myself and my beautiful tan, jacked fitness model, Blaine, to demonstrate a few body weight pushing exercises that you can do. And when I say pushing exercises, I'm talking chest, I'm talking shoulders, I'm talking triceps. These are the muscles that are important for filling out that t-shirt and creating that broad shoulder to waist ratio that the women find so appealing and filling out their shirt sleeves, right? All the important stuff that we care so deeply about as Christian men. So let's dive into the first chest exercise that you can do if you are traveling and you don't have access to a gym. It's gonna be a push-up, okay? Extremely revolutionary, but if you can get down into push-up position, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna point out the most common mistakes that I see guys making when they're actually doing their push-ups. Blaine, if you can just demonstrate just your perfect push-up, my man. Your perfect push-up. So keys to pay attention to in this perfect push-up is Blaine's elbow position. You can see that he's not completely flared out wide. His elbow is kind of at this 45-degree angle in relation to his shoulder joint. And that's going to be, generally speaking, for 99% of people, the safest and strongest position for your elbows to be in when you're doing your push-ups. Generally, kind of tucked elbow position is going to be safest for your shoulders while you do these push-ups. The other big mistake that people will make when they're doing push-ups is they will, generally speaking, shorten the range of motion when they do their push-ups. So Blaine, if you can demonstrate just cutting your range of motion short when you do your push-ups. So that's going to look like, barely bending your elbows, as you see here, like Blaine is demonstrating now, this bad example of a shortened range of motion push-up. Now, Blaine, if you can go back to a full range of motion push-up, here's what that looks like. And a lot of people talk about this full range of motion idea of your chest has to touch the ground. That's not necessarily true, but you should be going as deep as you could possibly do under control, right? Under control. And that's going to be your perfect push-up. Elbows not too flared out wide and then not shortening the range of motion. Thank you, Blaine. That's how you build your chest if you don't have any equipment. Exercise number 2 is going to be the piked push-up or the pike push-up. And this is very, very similar to the push-up, but there's going to be a difference in the angle. So essentially for the pike push-up, and Blaine's probably getting a massive pump right now, just demonstrating this endlessly. The pike push-up is going to be getting into push-up position, and you're simply going to walk your feet towards your hips. And what you can see is that when you walk your feet towards your hips, this creates this more downward angle on your shoulder joint right here, right? Like the actual gravity, the line of force is more in line with your shoulder joint at this point. And so when you do a push-up from this position, it's going to be more directed on your shoulders. And you can see here that it's a very similar range of motion. And the main goal is really just touching Blaine's beautiful head of hair directly down to the ground and going down at this more straight down angle compared to a normal push-up. You'll feel this working more on the front delts here, these massive lumps of meat that are popping off of Blaine's shoulders that really make that kind of taper on your physique start to appear, that width of your shoulder girdle start to appear. But it's really simple. It's just a push-up with your feet walked towards your hips. And the last push-up variation is just a tricep push-up. And so this is a push-up again, but the difference is you're going to take that elbow angle from before and you're just going to shove those elbows all the way in by your side. You're going to shove those elbows all the way in by your side. And what you can see here before you actually press up, Blaine, so you don't get too tired, is that when Blaine is starting this push-up, his elbows are touching the ground, okay? His elbows are touching the ground, and there's actually this bend in his elbow joint right here, that bend in his elbow joint. When that bend starts to take place in his elbow joint, you know the triceps are going to work more. And the whole goal, and this is how I like to think about it because it might feel a bit awkward at first, the whole goal is just, once you get into this position, take your elbows and just shove them forward. Just shove your elbows forward, and what that's going to do is that's going to straighten your arms, and the muscles that straighten the arms are the triceps, those big, that 3-headed muscle that fills up your shirt sleeve. So a tricep push-up is getting down into that 90-degree elbow position and straightening your arms. You can see, even for somebody as jacked as Blaine, jacked, handsome Christian man over here, they get pretty tough, and this will be a really great way to challenge yourself while you're traveling so that there are no excuses, no matter how busy your life is. That's it. Thank you for watching the video. See you on the next one.